For today's episode, we are doing something a little bit different. I was curious to hear from all our experts across the season on their thoughts about AI. A mashup, if you will. I'm going to be absolutely honest and say that I'm nervous about what the future will look like with AI, developing as quickly as it is. Just in the past 6 months even, I've seen scary stats on jobs disappearing and the decreasing need for humans in marketing roles or shoots or creative output, etc. But I do think that the human touch will help us stand out more as people lean into and on AI platforms and apps, etc. I saw this great clip of someone being interviewed about it, and he said that the beauty of filmmaking is in the experience of the creator. You can give 4 different directors the exact same script and you will get 4 very different films due to their completely unique experiences and lens. AI cannot replicate that. What do you guys think? How do you see AI changing or not changing the process of writing and submitting grant applications?
It's been something that I think, I'll probably have a different answer in 12 months' time and a different answer again in 3 months, 3 months and 3 years and, 10 years' time because it is changing really, really rapidly. But at this point of time, I do believe that while grants are being assessed by humans, you do need to make sure that it's majority written by humans as well. There's lots of great ways that AI can be used as a tool to help you. So, we were talking about risk management plans before. AI is a great brainstorming tool to help you with that. I'm planning an outdoor music festival. Give me 10 risks I should think about when I'm planning something, an outdoor music festival, and it will come back to you and say, well, have you thought about bus transport? Have you thought about a wet weather plan? Those sorts of things. So great brainstorming tool. But the way that we are submitting grants at the moment in these, online forms and online portals, it's still a very manual process in terms of trying to pull all those things together in the correct form fields and all those sorts of things. So watch this space. It will change. But certainly in an arts context as well, I think what AI can't do for you at the moment is come with you to your exhibition launch and talk to curators and network with other artists and potential sponsors and potential partners and future creative collaborators. So make sure that you are really confident about talking about and articulating your work and writing about your work before you start to lean more heavily on AI tools to really help you. So, but I'm completely open to changing my mind about this in 12 months' time because, look, the technology just keeps getting better and better. And we've all got to, be aware of it and be experimenting with it and getting comfortable with it as well. So,
definitely. How do you see AI changing or not changing marketing?
Well, it's definitely changing marketing as we speak at the moment because everybody thinks they're marketers because they do have a tool that can allow you to write really easily. What's not going to change, though, is your ability to be creative. We are humans. AI is
not
robot.
able to do that.
We need creatives in our space to allow these stories to be told and these new ideas to grow. So I think use them where it's placed, but humans are still in control of the end result. But really try to make it authentically you because you can already tell a mile away. What is AI and what isn't anymore.
How is it translating for your clients as well, the AI stuff?
I think that allows a lot of my clients to be able to execute a little bit more. In a marketing agency, if I was a CMO in a marketing agency, that I would write the strategy, but then they can execute with their marketing teams internally. This is where it goes back to really making sure you have a plan and you have your values written down and you have what your messaging is because all of that strategic piece, if you add that, that's what needs to be added into any AI tool. So let's call it I have a hairdressing business in the city of Sydney. How am I different? Let's go through all of those things of how you're different. What's your specialty? Is it balayage or is it, hair extensions? Whatever it is, we need to build that strategy around who you are add that into AI, the content will flow out from it, but without having your personal brand focused and your business brand in there, it'll just be another generic hairdressing salon in Sydney. So that's where I feel like strategy and the changes in marketing has been strategy first always, recognising who you are as a business always, why are you different than your competitors, what does your brand voice look like when I mentioned about being playful or calm or whatever you are, visually then you can represent yourself. All of those things come from a creative outlet first and foremost. Then once this is all in there, then execute. And that's where AI is brilliant because it can do the volume of work and content that you could never do in that time. But don't just be another put it into ChatGPT and think it's going to spit out everything that you need it to be.
How do you see AI changing or not changing creative businesses or creativity as an output?
It's the fourth industrial revolutionary cycle, as it's quantum computing, it's an extension of that. It's been around for a long time now, really. The other point, though, is that I think it's going to be transformational, but we will use it as a tool, It can definitely create materials, but there's also the human is the person who will be using the tool, and what do you use it for? And are there ways with these technologies to enhance what we do that frees up time so that we can do greater things? And I think I'm very positive about generative AI. I think it gives us the ability to be free in a whole range of other ways, and also, we're on the cusp of moving to other celestial bodies. Generative AI is part of that era as well. It's very much part of the near future, the medium future, and the long future as well that we will have.
Yeah, you sound positive about it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel better. How do you see AI changing or not changing the future of work?
Oh my God, like everything? I mean, who knows? I feel so much imposter syndrome answering a question like this because I'm like, I'm not a future of work strategist. I've got no idea. But I do think I think it's totally fragmenting the job market, and I think the nature of jobs and roles and the skills that have market value will change massively.
Yes.
I mean, I even see this with my partner. He works in tech. He's not an engineer, but obviously works with a lot of engineers. And so rapidly, like that capability is being able to be done better by AI than coders who have been like the most important resource in any tech company for the last however many years is like quickly becoming one of the most irrelevant, which is just insane.
It is insane.
So I think the valuable skills in the market are going to change, which is really, really interesting. But I also think from my perspective as like a solo operator, it's going to give everyone, but particularly like solo business owners or operators, like just so much capability and leverage. You can do so much more in less time. And you can kind of, I mean, the number of times I've turned to Claude and be like, help me with this technical problem or whatever is crazy. Like people that I would have had to hire in the past, now I'm kind of doing everything myself. So who knows?
I'm working with someone very talented who has a lot of experience, and I was like, I need these 3 things based off your experience. And it was like a go-to-market strategy on my B2B business, packaging or like tiers and packages for these things. And I can't remember how I worded the third thing, but basically she gave me something like over the weekend, and I was like, surely that would have taken a really long time to do. And then I'm like, I think that obviously it's just like AI has just completely taken what she has needed to put in and like given this like.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because I hear that and I'm like, has that just been reproduced by AI? Like, am I actually tapping in? Like, I think it's leveling everybody's capability and experience to a point, but yeah, I don't know. It's just really interesting because like if you can get a strategy from AI, like where does the value lie in someone's expertise?
And also who else is using that strategy and like.
A million. I mean, I see this in writing all the time, as you would listeners would like, you know, you can obviously tell when someone's posted something that's been written by AI, and there's this like just homogenization of content. But you're so right. It's like, is there a homogenization of like strategic thinking?
Yes.
Because of these models, and therefore it's like the value of the output becomes almost nothing if everybody's, I mean, I've even seen people, you know, writing books with stuff that is clearly been spat out using AI. And it's sort of like, I find myself in a difficult place with it because plagiarism is rife.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's good in so many ways, but it's also really bad in a lot of ways.
I feel like comforted in the fact that I don't use AI for a lot of my important stuff. And I'm like, that's how you're going to stand out. That's how you're going to cut through, because so many other people are using it for everything. So it's interesting with this amazing document that I've got, because it's clearly come from her mind. The prompts have come from her mind, and it's exactly what I've asked for. But then on the same hand, I'm like, has my stuff gone through AI now, and is there now out there for everyone else to use? And I'm like, that's something I'm going to have to think about moving forward, putting that in like writing, like please don't put this in AI or whatever. So
it's an opportunity if you're like able to have a really strong voice and a strong point of view and like a creative, unique creative taste. But cultivating that is like hard work, you know, that takes work.
And time.
But there's a big opportunity for people who are willing to invest in that. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about AI. I think I'm like overall very happy that I have it as a tool. But mixed feelings.
How do you see AI changing or not changing what we do or what you do?
AI is going to change what we do massively. You know, it's interesting where we're sitting at the moment. I don't think we fully understand how much it's going to change, but I am here for it because it has the ability to make things much easier for us, much more cost effective. I am a big fan of AI and I've been playing around with it a lot. I did unfortunately kill my emails for 2 days because I got a little too excited and I had no emails for 2 days and I was actually dying. But again, it's not perfect and I gave it a go and that wasn't the right decision, but I just moved on and went right. So I am trying to build my own AI workflow. And that is going to be such a strength for small businesses, for freelancers. You know, when we're talking about content and marketing, AI is going to be your best friend. So learn how to do it. I don't think that AI is going to completely take what I do over because I work with humans. And everything I do is humans telling stories. But will AI enable me to work more efficiently? Yes. So I would encourage everyone just to learn as much AI as possible.
Get in the sandbox.
Get in the sandbox. There's so many free. I'm doing a 3-day intensive AI workshop next week. It's free.
Great.
It's online. It's completely free.
Great.
So, and just play around with it. But I think if we are scared of AI, it will get the better of us.
You'll fall behind.
You'll fall behind, but also think of it as a tool. There are still going to be humans required to use the AI.
Are there?
Yes. I love a conspiracy theory and I go down lots of TikTok rabbit holes. So I've heard the bad side of AI and yes, it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. But, you know, ultimately humans are still in charge of these tools. And so do you want to be one of the humans that's in charge of the AI tool or do you want to be on the other side? And I think you want to be able to leverage AI as much as possible.
How do you see AI changing or not changing the world of personal finance?
I actually think that, there are ever fewer financial advisors in Australia each year because tightening regulation, because of the Royal Commission of 2019 in which financial advisors were, just put through the ringer. But now I think we're going to see fewer and fewer because of AI. So we've got more and more apps that are AI-based when it comes to our personal finance. And, you know, they're automatically sorting money and they're automatically categorizing and they're automatically, you know, making toast and cooking pasta or whatever. But I think the role of advice provision means we are going to see a decimation of the financial advisory and wealth management industry as well. So that means bad for those guys, bad for the financial advisors and wealth managers, but great for the everyday person like you and I, because we will be able to access the AI in order to boost our personal finances. My mother is quite elderly. She's almost 80. Wow. And she's worked her whole life, not good with money, as in doesn't understand some aspects of it, but not
deeply.
Yeah. She doesn't often look at her bank account, which is yes. Anyway, so recently I had to do a whole budget analysis for her. Not that she asked me to, but because I needed to let her know, Mum, you can't eat out at a restaurant every week.
Yeah.
But it was great because I downloaded the transactions, popped them into an AI, and then had a budget summary like that.
Wow.
Categorized. Here's where the overspend is. Here's where she needs to, you know, rein things in, and so on. And so that exercise, which, I mean, that could have taken me 5-6 hours, took, a couple of minutes.
Wow.
Which I could then spend the rest of the time actually with my mum, taking her through it and saying, spend less here, only buy that once a week, and so on. So, you know, at a personal everyday and real life example, that's where I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. How do you see AI changing or not changing the world of creative business and strategy?
I think it's already changed. I think the thing that we have sold creative industries on in the past is a sort of creative brilliance. Everything is an act of creative brilliance. It's very unexplainable. It's very hard to quantify, and that's why it's worth so much, because it's all this. What we're actually discovering is a lot of it is repeatable grunt work, you know, and we're doing it ourselves all the time. We're segmenting parts of our work and we're getting AI to do it. So that is the future, is going to be humans and AI working together. And I think if we use our human time, if we can call it that, to work on where the real value is in that chain, which is in the quality of the ideas, that's the bit which the AI won't be able to do. It will be able to write scripts, it will be able to do coding, it will be able to do lots of things, visual effects, it'll be able to do a lot of things very quickly for a lot less money, but the quality of the ideas won't change. So if they're enmeshed, humans and AI, then that's going to be how it works in future, I think.
How do you see AI changing or not changing branding?
I actually don't think it's going to it'll change it a little bit, because being authentic will matter more in a world where everything is artificial. But on the flip side, I think it will help branding because it'll make some things a lot easier. So for example, I don't know, like editing imagery, like if you just want to change a color or something like that, AI is amazing for things like that. But in terms of how it's going to change, it's not something to be scared of, I think, because everyone's going to know what's AI and what's not eventually.
I hope so.
I think so. And I'm such a big advocate for, like we spoke about, personal relationships and genuine connections, and you can't fake that.
That's so true.
So like even with my podcast, I don't do it on Zoom ever. Like it's just
Okay, so bonus question, how do you see AI changing or not changing the world of creative business and traditional business?
It's a controversial and multifaceted question because I think AI is changing every business, creative or not. You know, it's the first time I've been talking to people that work in financial services, and they are asking me how it's affecting my industry. So any job which involves knowledge work is being optimized and being made more efficient, which, you know, could mean less people working in it. I think the opportunity is to explain the process, examine your own process. Are there ways that you can use this, or are there ways that you need to really explain to people how you do things and bring them into that? More people might come at you with an optimized brief or an optimized budget or something of what they see, but you need to explain to them and show them the proof in the pudding. You need to show them how you do it, bring them into that process, bring them into your world so that they understand and value what you do, rather than come at you with a picture they made in Journey and say, make this.
So interesting. I just looked at a form to fill in for like an expression of interest for a pitch. And one of the questions was, submit all your materials. Did you use AI to produce any of this? And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because the fact that they want to know if it's original work or what like level of originality is in there, that's never come up before. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at high schools there, you had to show them all the changes, tracking the changes in your documents.
Yeah.
It's coming through in so many ways. But bring them into the process.
Yeah.
I think that's how you can make yourself valuable. That's how you can show the value in what you do.
And that completes our first season of How to Be a Savvy Creative. I've loved every minute of it, even with guests cancelling last minute, studios rescheduling on me, and managing life with 2 small children. It's been brilliant. I'd love to hear what you think, and even more importantly, I'd love to hear what topics you want covered for the next season. Thank you guys for joining me, and as always, I can't wait to see your creations out in the world.